Welcome to the White Spring Bunker. These halls were built to safeguard some of the most prestigious members of the United States government. Now we are all that remains, though we are always looking for men and women capable of helping us restore what has been lost. In return, we offer this, our refuge from the world above. Please, take your time and look around. We've made great efforts to restore this place to its former glory. Welcome, member, to our little enclave.
Welcome back, members. As always, I am the Operative, your designated tour guide and host here at the White Spring. The first snows have fallen across Appalachia, and after a long year of struggle and loss, the new Enclave and the civilians of Refugee Row look forward to the future. The holiday season is upon us, and for Captain Stein, he'll discover that sometimes the littlest things can be the most important. Cold winter wind blew down from the hills surrounding the White Spring Resort. For nearly 2 decades, the buildings and grounds of the once grand hotel had been vacant, save for the robotic staff that had continued their duties, as if the world hadn't ended on October 23, 2077. Unlike previous years, however, 2103 saw the resort come back to life, as the new Enclave established itself, first in the bunker below, then topside when MODUS was hooked into the hotel mainframe and took control of the staff. Soon after, as more of the former residents of Vault 76 discovered the scorch threat, a wave of newcomers, civilians this time, found sanctuary at the resort. At first, Colonel Valeria had been against allowing these refugees to enter.
Just more mouths to feed.
It had been Captain Stein who finally convinced her to allow the families in, giving them access to the unused cottages adjacent to the main hotel.
Colonel, while they may only be civilians, and I know you're always looking for soldiers, but they have something that they can provide too. They can plant crops and help us rebuild here. If we give them something of our own, they'll give something back. Both will have something that's worth fighting for. Even you can agree on that.
Stein's logic was indeed sound, but Valeria only agreed with the utmost reluctance.
Fine. But they're your responsibilities, Stein. I don't have time to deal with a bunch of whiny civilians.
The colonel needed fighting men and women, not families or children. However, as long as they stayed out of the way, and out of trouble, she could be persuaded to tolerate them.
I will take care of it, Colonel. You'll see. Trust me. Just call me the de facto leader of Refugee Row. It'll work out for the best.
It wasn't long before the industrious former Vault residents had turned the cottages into their homes, planted crops along the fairways, and even set up a school in the former golf club. Alongside the patrolling assaultrons and sentry bots, young children played baseball or held elaborate games of hide-and-seek in and around the main hotel. For most, it was a reminder of not only better times, but an example of what they were fighting for in Appalachia. When the teams had returned from the bog, it had been the families from Refugee Row who had welcomed them as heroes, helping the wounded and cried over the dead as well. Some had been their friends, their brothers or sisters, mothers or fathers, and not even the colonel thought to prevent them from attending the formal ceremony, honoring their fallen in the ash rose garden. As the weather turned and the holidays approached, new subroutines were activated in the resort staff, and almost overnight, the White Spring looked ready for Christmas. Captain Stein was out walking the grounds, taking in the crisp December air. As he approached the row of occupied cottages, several of the children were engaging in an impromptu snowball fight. As soon as they saw him, the kids immediately turned their sights to him, and within seconds, he was peppered in snow.
Ah, you kids! Oh, you got me!
Stein then proceeded to pantomime the most over-the-top death scene he could manage, before flopping down in the snow. The kids all cheered, then scattered when they heard their teacher calling them from the presidential cottage.
Recess is over, children. Come back inside. You have a test to take.
Laughing, Stein pulled himself up and brushed the snow from his uniform. As he watched the children file back into their makeshift classroom, Stein looked around and saw that the residents had started putting up their own Christmas decorations. He'd heard they'd found a stash of lights, trees, and ornaments in one of the storage buildings, and it certainly looked like they were doing their best to decorate for the holidays. To him, it was even more beautiful than the lights the bots put up around the resort. They tended to be too perfect, and it was the human touch that really set these apart. Stein was just about ready to head back inside when he heard the crunch of snow boots behind him. Turning around, he found himself face to face with Jennifer Carpenter, the unofficial leader of their little community.
Captain?
Oh, hey there, Jennifer. How are things today?
I think we're all doing fine. Can't thank you enough for getting the electricity working again.
It was the least I could do for all you folks, and like the bots tend to say, the White Spring has a reputation it likes to uphold.
They both laughed. Even with Modus's control of the bots, they all still ran the same pre-war personalities, treating them like regular guests of the resort.
I did have another request, if it wouldn't be too much trouble.
Certainly. I'm always happy to help.
Well, this might be a bit of a stretch, but...
Oh, come on, Jennifer. Just spit it out already.
Okay. With Christmas around the corner, a bunch of us got together and we've decided we want to put on a little concert. The kids have been really excited about the idea and, well, they even voted.
Yeah?
And they want to play for the Colonel.
They want to do what exactly?
Captain, the kids look up to her as a hero. Do you know the stories they tell each other? Did you see the costumes they came up with for Halloween? I was sewing eye patches for days.
They were cute, weren't they? Though I could have sworn I saw a group of little Major Liliths throwing Mirelurk eggs at sentry bots.
Jennifer stifled a little laugh.
Point is, it's Christmas. And these kids deserve something special. And in this case, they want to do something special for all of you.
Well, when you put it that way, I guess I really can't say no. I still need to clear this with the Colonel, however.
Of course, but I know you'll explain it to her.
Between you and me, Jennifer, I doubt she has any soft spots, but yeah, I think I can convince her.
Oh, thank you so much, Captain. But there is one more thing.
And what would that be?
We're missing one of the instruments we need.
You're missing what exactly?
A viola?
A young boy spoke up from behind Jennifer. Stein hadn't seen him standing there in an old puffy jacket and a worn hat.
I'm sorry. A whatola?
A viola. It's like a violin, but different.
Stein looked down at the boy. He was obviously nervous, but there was something about him.
What's your name, son?
Henry.
And how old are you, Henry?
11.
Jennifer put her arm around Henry and then looked back up at Stein.
Captain, Henry here was playing the viola in the vault before Reclamation Day. He wasn't able to take it with him, and it's all he's been talking about since we arrived. I promise you, he can play, but he needs a real viola.
You know, I was never really the musical type. Cooking was always more my forte. However, I think I'm gonna accept your challenge.
Really?
Sure, son. I promise. I'm sure we have one of those things around here somewhere. We always had talent coming and going in the White Springs, so a viola shouldn't be too hard to come by. What do you mean we don't have any of those around here?
I'm sorry, Captain, but I had Modus check his inventory and double-check the inventory up in the resort. We have banjos, steel guitars, drums, even a pipe organ, but no violas. Heck, we couldn't even find a single violin either.
Ah, that's wonderful. I made a promise, Reynolds, and if I find out you're holding out on me...
I swear. I even sent my men to check the concert hall upstairs. We just don't have any.
All right, I get it, Reynolds. But could you keep looking? Maybe one of the new traders could have had one.
Sure, but don't get your hopes up.
Just contact me as soon as you hear something.
Say, Captain.
Oh, Jones. How are you doing?
Well, Captain, did I hear you were looking for a violin?
A viola, actually, but you were close.
Oh,
But a violin would probably work in a pinch. Do you happen to have one?
no, sir. But,
Jones, spit it out.
well, last time I was up at Top of the World, Rose mentioned something about wanting to put a raider band together. Said she'd bribe the gang there to collect instruments for her. She might have what you're looking for.
Oh, well, it isn't that far. Thanks, Jones. I owe you one.
Lilith, no. That's not appropriate for the holidays.
Aw, party pooper.
Fireworks are one thing. Mini nukes are something else entirely.
Fine. But you did say fireworks were okay, right?
Just Please don't blow up the resort, Lil. Why do I still have a bad feeling about that? Alright, Stein. Sorry to keep you waiting. What can I do for you?
Can we put on a concert?
You want to do what, Stein?
Colonel, admittedly, it's not me this time. It's the civilians, actually. They want to ask to put on a concert. A holiday concert.
I really don't have time for...
Colonel, they want to do it for you. For us. For everything we've done for them. And I think throughout this entire experience, we all need this. Valeria, after everything that's happened, don't you think we all deserve just a real Christmas?
All right. And you make a fine point. What exactly do you need?
Well, we already have the concert hall upstairs. The civilians are going to provide the entertainment. MODUS is going to oversee everything.
Sounds promising.
There's just one hitch, though.
Of course. What else, Stein?
I need a viola.
We don't have one already?
I was as surprised as you are, but unfortunately, no. I think I know where to find one, though.
Is it really necessary?
It is. I made a promise.
Okay, Stein. There isn't much going on right now, so I can spare you. Where are you going?
I need to pay a visit to Rose.
Once upon a time, 27 years after the bombs fell, there were two people, a vault dweller and a California girl. They met, and sparks flew. That's when things got interesting. Once Upon a Wasteland is their story. Follow Elizabeth Kirby and Odessa Valdez as they pursue their happily ever after in the post-apocalyptic Appalachian wasteland of Fallout 76. Available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, and many other podcasting platforms. Once Upon a Wasteland, a Fallout 76 love story. Available now.
Could you repeat that, Rose?
You stuffed shirts are sure hard of hearing. I want a pet liberator. Dear old David was gonna give me a puppy for Christmas back in '82. I found out about it. That's why I went down to Charleston to get him something special too.
Well, isn't that just endearing?
You want my help or not? Jace. So I want my dog, or bot, or whatever. Get me one of those in one piece, and I'll tell you what you need to know.
Fine. Okay, Rose. You have a deal.
Of course we do. I'll be waiting.
Do you have any idea how difficult it is to catch one of these damn things?
Of course. Why did you think I sent you to do it? Well, besides the sheer enjoyment of watching you chase after them, did I ever tell you the story of a time I sent one of the vultures off to make friends with a death claw?
Rose!
Okay. Hand it over. Wow. You managed to deactivate it without destroying the core processor. That's some serious tech work there. I mean, I don't even know if I could do it. And I'm a robot!
It just seemed like the right thing to do.
Sure, whatever. I'll have this little guy rolling over and playing dead in no time. What?
Rose? The viola?
Oh, yeah, that thing. I sold it.
You did what?
Do you know how much psycho I got for it?
Damn it, Rose!
Ugh, fine. I said I'd tell you what you need to know, and I'm a bot of my word. Raider notwithstanding. So, my guy said he was going to Foundation, probably going to sell it there to those stupid Sunny bots. If you hurry, you probably can get there before someone else buys it.
I'm getting too old for this. What do you mean you won't sell it to me, Ward?
Hey, we just got here. You see all the construction about? And I don't know you. I ain't just selling a prized musical instrument to just anyone.
Ward, come on. It's Christmas.
And I got lost osmosis kits, turret control circuit boards, and bone saws to find.
All right. I'm not that old. I can see where this is going. What do you want?
Well, like I said, we got some lost items. You go out and bring them back, then we can talk.
Please tell me you're joking.
Or you head back to wherever you came from, empty-handed.
Fine, I get it. Could you at least point me in the right direction? Here's your circuit board, your bone saw, and remind me again why I have 3 multi-scopes? I thought you said you only had 1, Ward.
That's none of your business. Well, you held up your end of the bargain. Let me go down to the storeroom. I'll be right back. Well, I have some bad news.
As if any other bad news. Tell me, what is it?
Seems like someone done walked off with that musical instrument of yours.
Ward, please. Please tell me this is a joke.
Wish I was. Must have been someone looking for something particular. They left the osmosis kits, just took the viola. I'm mighty sorry. Guess I need to beef up security around here. Don't want some Grinch coming and stealing Christmas too.
Great. Just great. What do I do now?
Figure a raider took it. Could be all the way up to Crater by now. Guess you might want to head in that direction. Oh, and if you find any other multi-scopes on the way, let me know.
Sure, Ward, sure. Merry Christmas and all that.
Why you want to see Meg? You ain't from around here.
Now, son, I've traveled a long way to get here, and I don't have a lot of time. Just let me see her.
And what's in it for me?
That.
Well, just who the hell are you?
The name's Stein.
So, Stein, what happened to Robbie?
He's, sleeping on the job.
Stupid kid.
I'm not looking for trouble. I just wanted to talk. I'm looking for something. Been walking halfway around Appalachia, and I was told you might have what I'm looking for.
Heh. You looking for guns, bombs, or what? That stuff ain't cheap.
A violin.
A what?
Well, specifically a viola.
You're kidding, right?
Meg, I wish I was kidding. And I'm not much in the Christmas spirit right now. Do you have it or not?
Well, I can appreciate the direct approach. You don't seem like a flake, or one of those vault squares either.
And?
Yeah, I got it. Hadn't seen one of those in forever. Used to play, a long time ago. When I heard old Ward managed to procure one, well, would be a sight better than those stupid bone saws my guys keep stealing.
Alright, what do you want for it?
Figure this might be the only one of these things in all of Appalachia. Makes this kind of priceless now, doesn't it?
Meg, what do you want for it?
You mentioned Christmas and all. You seen little Rah-Rah running around here.
The girl? The one with the super mutant babysitter?
That's the one. She's, well, like a mascot around here. Cute kid. Annoying as hell. But she ain't got anyone else but us. She wants a present for Christmas.
A present?
And not just any old present either. That girl loves rabbits.
Please tell me we've both seen the mutated rabbits that are out there in Appalachia.
No, you idiot. Not the real one. She wants a stuffed bunny.
A stuffed bunny?
Yeah. I'll make you a deal. You bring me a stuffed bunny, and we'll trade.
If I do this, and you don't hold up your end...
Hey, I may be a raider, but hell if my word ain't gold. I'd do anything for that little girl. Trust me.
Molly, what did I get myself into?
Can you repeat that, Captain?
A stuffed bunny.
Is that like a new code phrase? Are you in trouble? Do I need to call the Colonel?
Thomas! No. You don't need to call the Colonel. It's okay. I'm fine. I just need you to access the regional files and see if there's a toy store around. Please. My Christmas spirit is at its limit.
A toy store. Okay. Give me a minute.
Trust me, son. I'm not going anywhere.
Alright, I found one. Sort of.
Where is it located, Thomas?
Flatwoods. Some old hobby shop. Best I can do.
Thanks, Thomas. Over and out.
Well, don't you look like one sad sack. You doing okay there, darling?
Just fine, Duchess. I'm just fine.
Don't look fine to me. I'm a pretty good judge of people, and you look like someone put you through the ringer.
Oh, it's been a rough, I would say, couple of weeks.
Why don't you tell old Duchess here what's going on? Best to get it off your chest. It is the holidays and all, right?
Stein looked up from his half-empty glass of whiskey. His fifth, actually.
All right, Duchess. Look, I've been to hell and back, walked all around Appalachia, because I made a promise to this kid with hope in his eyes. Who would have thought finding a viola would have been so gosh darn hard?
That's one of those violin things, right?
Yeah, one of those. For a Christmas concert, no less. Last thing I needed was a stuffed bunny for a trade. Came all the way here to find a toy shop and found nothing but a pile of rubble. I made a promise. I'm all out of luck. I got no other options. So this is the one time where I think Santa isn't going to be keeping his promise.
A bunny, huh? Who for exactly?
Oh, it's just a Christmas present for some little girl.
Darn if you don't know how to pull the old heartstrings there, mister. Well, I may not look it, but I'm a bit of an old softy myself. Why don't you take a look up on that shelf there?
Stein looked up, and above the bar was a set of shelves with a variety of old Appalachian souvenirs. And there, right in the middle, was an old brown stuffed bunny.
You gotta be kidding me.
I don't kid. Probably one of the last mementos I have from the really old days.
Duchess, I've been through so many trades, so I'm just gonna ask you, what do you want for it?
Mister, it's Christmas. And if I can do my part for the holidays, it'd be my distinct pleasure. I'm a bit too old to be playing with toys anyway. You just tell that little girl to take care, and maybe you and I could talk about some business later. Could always use another hand around here, if you'd be up for it.
Stein didn't know what to say. so he just nodded. Duchess smiled and pulled out a little short stool from underneath the bar. Stepping on it, she took the old stuffed bunny from the top of the shelf and handed it to Stein.
There you go. Oh, and here's something else for you, too. Sounds like you might as well play the part.
I don't even know what to say, Duchess.
Merry Christmas, Mr.
Stein. It's... Just call me Stein.
Merry Christmas, Stein.
Hi, I'm Fire Rider, and I'm the host of The Pixel People, a podcast dedicated to taking a close look at our favorite characters from our favorite video games. From major characters who define the course of a game's storyline to smaller characters who you might have never noticed. Every week, we go beyond the quest line to examine a particular character's story arc and choices, and discover the real-world parallels and life lessons hidden just below the surface. I hope you'll join us. You can find the Pixel People on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and everywhere else you listen to podcasts.
Ho, ho, ho! Santa Stein is here!
Oh, wow. Are you real?
Of course I am. All the way from the North Pole. And I have a very special present for you.
Bun-a-bun!
Here you go, rah-rah. Merry Christmas!
You're the best, Santa Stein. I can't wait to show Gail. I love it so much.
Santa Stein.
Yeah, sue me, Meg. I just got into a little Christmas spirit there.
All right, Stein. You held up your end of the bargain. And hell, that's going to be a hard act to follow. And a deal is a deal. Here you go.
Thank you, Meg. And, Merry Christmas to you, too.
You too, Stein. You too.
Henry, don't worry. Stein promised, and I know he's gonna be here.
But Miss Jenny, it's been forever. I'm supposed to play next.
It'll be okay. Let me go ask someone. Excuse me, you're Thomas, right?
Yes, ma'am. Great concert so far. These kids are great.
Why, thank you. But have you seen Captain Stein?
No, ma'am. Last I heard, he was heading back from Flatwoods.
Okay. I guess I better give Henry the bad news.
Ho, ho, ho!
Miss Jenny, look who's here.
Well there, Henry. A promise is a promise, and look what I found.
A viola! A real one! Wow!
Merry Christmas, Henry. Now you're ready for the concert. And don't worry, I had a little band leader Protectron tune it for you.
Henry looked like he was going to cry. He ran up to Stein and gave him a big hug.
Thank you, Captain Stein, and Merry Christmas!
We'd like to introduce our next performer, Henry.
That's me!
Oh, Captain, that was so nice of you. Are you okay? You look a little tired. And where did you get a Santa suit?
Jennifer, I think I've been on one of the most difficult missions that I had ever had in my entire career in this uniform. And you know what? This was totally worth it. It's a long story. Now, after all that, I'm just looking forward to hearing what Henry can do. There are 2 seats reserved up front. Would you care to join me?
Oh, it would be my pleasure, Captain. And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Jennifer. And a Merry Christmas to everyone.
Thank you again, members, for joining us here for a very special holiday episode of The MODUS Files. If you've enjoyed this content, please subscribe, and better yet, please leave a review to help others find our little enclave. You can also follow us on Twitter, @MODUS Files, for more information about our podcast, Fallout 76 content, and random musings on the Enclave. I'd also like to thank our cast, Pandora Beatrix as Lieutenant Colonel Valeria, Exo-1 King as Captain Stein, Scald as Major Lilith, Mandy Marie B as Jennifer, Maria Cheshire as Rose the Raiderbot, Aaron Foster as Corporal Thomas, Austin Rogers as Corporal Jones, Dr. Mark Hoswith as Ward, Don McCormick as Meg, Kirsty Harrison as Duchess, Rob Cunningham as Robbie, introducing Void Maiden as Ra-Ra, my son Henry, and Brad Williams as the voice of Modus and Captain Reynolds. Henry asked me months ago if I would write an episode where he could play as Viola. So this episode is dedicated to my youngest son and #1 fan. Merry Christmas, Henry. I would also like to thank the Apocalyptic Aristocracy Discord, home to a great group of fellow creators, the Robots Radio podcast community and the rest of the Robots Radio Rocket Club, and Jeremiah Johnson, our favorite character artist, who provided the wonderful character artwork you can find on our website. Lastly, thank you to all of our subscribers and supporters. God bless the Enclave, God bless America, and happy holidays to all.
Members, we look forward to your next visit to our little enclave.